What's up, everybody? It's Eli Zollo, the colorful accountant. Yeah, you. This is Yin Yang Accounting and the Universe. Yeah, you. YYAU. Yeah, you. That's like a local slang. We kind of. It's like when you do a good job, and you're at the bar and you sing a karaoke song and you did it real well. Yeah, you. Or like you're just trying to show off or something, it's acknowledgement. Yeah, you. Local style, Hawaii, Oahu, East Side. It's been going a lot these days. That's not what this episode's about. You're tuned in to, I mentioned it again, this is Yin Yang Accounting and the Universe, and this is Eli Zollo, the colorful accountant, coming to you on the channel. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't yet, make sure you do it. And like, share, and watch the videos. I mean, there's really cool stuff. I just shot this past weekend liquid assets. Follow up to, we had fixed assets a few weeks ago, almost a month now. And we went up into the mountains, or the Mauna. And this time we went down to Makai, to the ocean, and shot some content there about liquid assets. So be sure to watch, subscribe, and get notifications, because you don't want to miss out on this content. It's really interesting stuff. Another spin on what people think is such a boring profession, I suppose. But to me, it's colorful and it's full of fun, and that's accounting, everybody. Eli Zollo, the colorful accountant. Today's episode is about the name Zollo, my last name. And there's a story behind it, and I want to share that. First of all, let's take a look at some Zollos. Well, I got this great picture. It's framed. Take a look at that. You see that? It's Albert Zollo. That's a picture of my great-grandfather Albert, and he came from the old country, from Italia. I mentioned that. We're Napolitana. We're from the Naples area, Campania region of Italia. Sort of northern. It's a northern Italian, considered northern Italy. Home of pizza. It can be argued, and I know if you're in the East Coast, where I'm from, I was born in New Haven, Connecticut. And if you're from the East Coast, you're pretty close to Boston. You got the fight and the arguments and the violence, sometimes playful, sometimes very true and real. There have been murders over this. Yankee fans and Boston Red Sox fans, oh my gosh. Wow, that can get pretty violent. And so is the pizza. Boston North End pizza, or New Haven pizza. What's the true pizza? New York style? Chicago style? No. It was started in Italia, in Naples, and even that can be argued in Italy as well. But I'm going to stand firm with that. I'm Napolitana, so I believe that pizza comes from my ancestors in my homeland, my particular region of Italia. And that's the Napolitana pizza from New Haven. Shout out to Pepe's Pizza. Gonna have to put a link in the show notes here to that. So yeah, this is my great-grandfather Albert. He came as a teenager and actually was unsuccessful the first time, and got rescued by an uncle and came back a second time and made it happen. This is him in front of his store in Beacon Falls. There's some glare there, but that's okay. In front of his store on Main Street, Beacon Falls, Connecticut. And then he had a bunch of children. He had 10 children. And I believe there's only one left, Aunt May, and my grandfather, Richard. So this is Richard. This is son of Albert. And He's a Zollo, Richard Zollo. Called him Dick. Back in the day, that was the nickname for Richard. People don't. Yeah, that nickname is a thing of the past. I remember Grandma Eva would yell out "Dick," and it would be like we just so funny, yeah. Anyway, it was childish, but it was fun. It was something of the past. I think he's like right my age, right about here, like maybe even younger than I am now. He's a cute guy. What do you think, huh? Anyway, yeah, he took part in World War II. He helped defend the country. He was a radar sonar technician for the Coast Guard going up the eastern seaboard back in World War II. So he got a pretty nice assignment during the war, and he took care of. Then he had 10 kids. Him and my grandmother Eva Fitzpatrick. They got married, and I got a picture of them here. There they are. Great picture. Yep, that's my grandmother and my grandfather. I'll have to share my other side. I know my ancestors down to the great grandparents, and I'll be happy to share that at other videos. But today we're talking about what is a Zollo, and you're tuned into Yin Yang Accounting and the Universe. Yeah, you. And this is Eli Zollo, the colorful accountant. And they had 10 kids. And in addition to being a part of World War II and serving in the Coast Guard as a radar sonar tech, my grandfather Richard was the town tax collector. And that's an interesting fact, because the name, we're going to explore that. I have a story to tell. And here's some other Zollos. This is a picture of me and my father. That's my father, Vincent Zollo, son of Richard. And there I am as probably 4 years old, looks like 4. And I'm on the swing. This is in my grandparents' yard. I'll never forget that yard. I've gone back in summers over the years, but that house has been sold. It's no longer in the family. But I did go and see it a couple of years ago, and I stopped in Beacon Falls to take a tour and check out the old place. Both my parents were from Beacon Falls, and my grandparents were all there, and pretty much the story of all my great grandparents all has history in Beacon Falls, Connecticut, small town in the New Haven County of Connecticut. Up the Naugatuck River Valley, you take State Highway freeway. It's a freeway, State Road 8, State Highway 8, up coming up from New Haven, and Waterbury's in that area, and Naugatuck, and then Beacon Falls is just up north from there, and that's where we're from. Here's another one. Me, my dad, and my brother doing the classic photo booth shot. Look at that mustache. What the heck? Can you tell this is well, this is 80s here. This is probably 1983-ish, somewhere along that. Yeah. And here's some other Zollos. Uncle Donald, Uncle Ricky. He actually wrote some more about what is a Zollo. There I am. Look at me. That is so different. Gee. And we were at a family reunion there. So those are Zollos. So the story goes, I was on the bus. I was on the city bus. And there was this Italian guy. He's like a tourist. Total tourist. I mean, the hat. If you're from Hawaii, you know what I mean, total tourist. He had the wide-rimmed hat with... it had a band of Oahu, all the islands, Oahu, Lanai, Molokai, Kauai, Hawaii Island, Big Island, Maui, it's on there. He had a camera around his neck, and he was wearing a tacky Aloha shirt. I don't have any like that. and it was one of those like a blue and boats, and it just says aloha, mahalo, and Hawaii, and he had cargo shorts on, socks up to the knees, sneakers on, tennis shoes. Total tourist looking guy. And he pulled me, say, "Hey, you're Italian, right?" I said, "Yeah, that's right." He said, "What's your last name?" And he said it in a great, he had an Italian accent, so this guy is like from Italy. And he, "What's your last name?" And I said, "Oh, Zollo." He said, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "No, I don't know." And I was in an accounting program at University of Hawaii at the time, catching the bus. I'm on the city bus. This guy's, he just saw me and knew I was Italian and asked me my name. And so he told me, "Hey, that's a Southern Italian origin. It's Sicilian. It actually might even be Greek." And I found out later that, yes, we do have Greek origins. And Zollo. So what does Zollo mean? He told me it's the toll collector. It means toll collector. I was like, what? I'm in school for accounting right now. That is amazing that I'm actually following. I am a true Zollo. I'm doing what our name is, like my grandfather before me. And I've been to Europe and I've seen the borders. And when you cross the borders, you'll see a sign, Zoll. It actually has some German history as well. We are Zollos. We are Italian. We are the toll collectors. So I wanted to share that interesting. What is a Zollo from this perspective? So another fun episode. We'll be doing some bookwork soon for those analytical types, and look forward to liquid assets coming out soon. I shot content for that this past weekend. Super excited about putting that one together. And okay, we'll see you on the next episode. This is Eli Zollo, the colorful accountant. Yeah, this is yin, yang, accounting, and the universe. See y'all soon.